Hello, guys, and welcome to another edition of Watching Wrestling with Friends. This is your host, Darius Brown. I am co-hosted this evening by the songman, John. What's going on, John?
What is up? Not able to catch many stuff after the cable went out, but it's back right now, and I didn't get out the past 2 weeks. But I don't know what I missed. Did I miss anything the past 2 weeks?
No, absolutely nothing. It's been relatively uneventful, and no really major changes in the last 2 weeks as they've all been geared up for TLC here. The card is kind of interesting, John. We've got a few minutes before we start here, and we'll get predictions right as I guess the wrestlers are walking down the aisle. But the main event is AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose in a TLC World Heavyweight Championship match. If I am correct, I believe the world title, or I know we've had different versions of it throughout these, I think 8 or so shows. And I think it's only changed hand once, which was the very first one. So it'll be interesting to see if there's a title change. But God help us if there is, because I don't think we're going back to a Dean Ambrose era.
Oh no, please no! Like, are you saying once for TLC?
Correct. I think so. Has there been another? I know there's a unification now.
I believe Edge did it when he beat Kane.
Edge beat Kane in it? Okay, I don't remember that one.
And I think it was Punk, probably the other one.
Do that.
I don't know. TV. All right, Dad's doing a show. Talk to you later. Have a good night. Had a cameo for my daughter, but
Okay. Well,
yeah, she's ready for bed. She's not watching TLC, unfortunately.
Enjoy the bread before you go to bed.
Yeah. Yep.
What about what? Are you serious?
What's going on?
Gunshot, please.
What?
Oh my God! What has Sheamus done?
What's going on?
Jamie Noble. We haven't seen Jamie Noble in 3 weeks, and you're saying he deserves a title shot?
What is going on?
And
what?
Take a guess. When you thought about it only changed hands one time.
Yes.
And that was during the Sheamus moment, I think you're thinking of.
Yes. Sheamus versus John Cena, right?
Yep. That's the moment that I know you guys brought up, but you weren't on for that when Shane brought it up last week.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. Tonight should be interesting. I mean, there's been some very eventful things in the TLC bouts, but that's usually at WrestleMania or such. Not really TLC, the pay-per-view itself, because all the major storylines are gearing up for Royal Rumble, so a lot of the stuff is being saved. So I don't really know what we'll get tonight. My thing here tonight, if nothing else happens, 2 things have to happen, John.
Yeah.
The first thing is we've got to get the title off of this makeshift tag team, and I know I'm going to another makeshift tag team in the Wyatts, Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, but
it's Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt? I forgot.
What's that?
It was Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, because I thought it was Luke Harper.
No. Let me double check. It's Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton are the tag team of the Wyatt family that's challenging Heath, Slater, and Rhyno. That title has to change hands. I know Heath Slater was a feel-good moment. He's got to feed them kids and all that. I got kids as a T-shirt. It was nice. It was okay.
Yep.
But let's move on. That 15 minutes is done. Bray Wyatt is deserving of much better than even the tag team. But let's do this in baby steps if we have to. So that's the first thing that has to change, John.
Yeah.
And the other thing that has to change is Becky Lynch. That title has to go. It has to. It's done. It's over.
I mean, I agree with you on that, because I know, even though I know, like I said, that she's my favorite with Sasha, but the only thing, like, I'm saying, like, I brought it up probably last time is like all the rumors we've been hearing about her promo skills and everything. Like I got probably like an Ahmed Johnson. Like I understood everything she said almost, but not necessarily really. I mean,
yes,
everything like her. You remember her promo skills we've been hearing a lot of times on the internet.
right.
Like she's not really curious with it. Like I don't like she's been injured. I mean, what was the situation she got injured from when she had took a little month off? What was that?
You talking about Sasha Banks?
Oh no, Becky Lynch.
Becky? I don't even know. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean Alexa definitely has improved ever since leaving the roster of NXT. Like,
Yes.
I mean, she has been on top for quite a bit. I mean, she didn't get any opportunities besides being a manager for I don't remember who the tag team was, but after that,
yeah, they're two generic dudes.
Yeah, and then after that, she really been improving ever since. And now it looks like we got a guarantee right now with the Bray Wyatt. Now let's see what happens.
All right, who are you picking? We know who I want. I want Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton to go over. Although I still don't quite understand what Randy Orton's doing in the Wyatt family. That's okay. I'm ignoring that completely. But new champs or retaining and still Heath, Slater, and Rhyno. Who you got in this tag team contest?
I can't remember if I did pick. I may be wrong, but I mean,
well, who are you going with? Doesn't matter who you picked. Who are you going with?
I mean, you're right about the situation that it's got to end. Like it's not doing anything for me with Rhyno and Heath Slater. I mean, what's been the situation by this? I mean, every time we're seeing these title shots with the Wyatt family, like we always say, we're definitely going to see a title change, being like the 50th time or so. And we've not seen anything. So is this finally going to be the way they end the year for a nice Christmas surprise for the Wyatt family in a tables, ladders, and chairs match? No, isn't it just ladder match?
This, good question. Since it's a TLC pay-per-view, there is no stipulation, no special stipulation other than the buzzer. Well, I mean, you could either make it a table, ladders, or you could make it a chairs, and all those have been given up. Usually they have some stipulation, but I'm okay with it. The titles are enough for me to be on the line. We don't need every single thing to have a stipulation because it's going to get watered down. We'll get overexposed to the extra violence. So we need something to kind of be a little stale. Not stale, bad word. Something to be a little bit normal and not something crazy. But John, I don't know if you saw the Bray Wyatt call out of Broken Matt Hardy. Did you catch that on Twitter?
Nope, I didn't hear that. No, what happened?
Well, of course. Let me see if I can pull it up so I can just quote word for word. If I can do it in 30 seconds, I cannot. Let's see. No. And I'm hoping maybe it's made up because I don't even see. I'm looking through its Twitter right now.
It got deleted, I believe.
Maybe it got deleted. I don't know if they made it up, but basically he was calling out Matt Hardy. He's the original Broken, and there would be no basically there would be no Broken Matt Hardy without Bray Wyatt. And you stole it from me, admit it. Basically, is the gist of what the tweet was. Now I need to do a little research because
was that due to Matt's recent interview?
Recent interview. I've seen promos of recent, but what interview?
He recently did one where he was talking about I mean, I know his interviews in the past, he's always talked about the WWE, because Matt Hardy, his character has no issues talking about ROH, WWE, and all these other promotions. But I know he did one where he mentioned like how the Wyatt family and like their compound is, basically, in my own words, trying to like paraphrase what he's saying, is like it's a cheap knockoff and all this other stuff.
Right, because they did copy that skit.
Yeah, that is true. When they had the New Day versus the Wyatt family, they did do that horrible Wyatt family compound nonsense.
I think that's a great strategy.
Yes, so maybe that is
going on. I'll try to find.
I was able to pull it up, but this was way back in July, so this is
No, they did something. There was one more recently than that.
Okay. Well, see if you do find it. I'm gonna read you. This is back in July of this year. Bray Wyatt said, "Lest we forget, without Bray Wyatt, perhaps no one would have been broken in the first place. Go ahead and lie and say it isn't true. I am the way." And broken Matt Hardy responded, "Brother Nero Wyatt, I never asked for my broken condition. It's a curse. You have an open invite to my battlefield." And Shane was speaking to broken Matt Hardy not being afraid to call out the other promotions. He just appeared on the screen, a la kind of like what happened with Finn Balor when he became a guest enforcer overseas. Matt Hardy had a promo where he showed up and called out, I guess, them boys and the Young Bucks or the Bucks of Youth or whatever the heck he calls them. You know, he likes to change everybody's name. So he'll be now, Shane, you're the only one here that follows TNA still. And I'm hoping you've been following recently so you can clue me in and educate all of us who haven't, as the Heath Slater tag team bouts going on. But this TNA deletion, final deletion, or whatever the heck he's calling it, the pay-per-view at his compound, is the whole thing is a tag team tournament?
Yeah, this is something that he's also put on his social media, where he was inviting all tag teams from all across the wrestling landscape. He was willing to accept the New Day, or in his case, the Day of New, the Bucks of Youth, and all these other tag teams. So it's supposed to be a whole tag team thing, because him and Jeff Hardy, even though they were tag champions in TNA, they're probably the most over wrestlers in the company right now. And even if they're not in the main event spot, they are the main event in TNA right
now. I wonder if they're gonna find some, because I saw they got the Rock and Roll Express. They dusted them off. Of course, they've been still on the indie scenes, and they're apparently going to be on the compound. But for his call out to work, it looks like they've got a relationship, maybe with ROH, and we'll see the Young Bucks or Dim Boys over there. But I wonder if there's like some, and this may be a Wednesday show debate topic, but I wonder if somebody from the WWE, even though they're not current, some old tag team that they can bring in that's like close to being relevant or as close as possible to come in and say that they got a WWE tag team in there.
Well, let's see, the two recent tag teams that have been featured in WWE that's really not like a big part of the WWE plan in the future. We had the Spirit Squad, and we had the Headbangers.
But I don't know if they would do that. I don't know if they would risk that, because if they showed up in TNA, they're probably done their appearances in WWE. So unless they get a contract.
Crime Time?
Oh, Crime Time would be an excellent choice. But I don't. That's again. I don't know if those boys, because they've mentioned about trying to come back. Again, same thing. My question, or not my question, but my proposal. What if Cody Rhodes hooked up with Ted DiBiase? Ted DiBiase is at least doing one. Oh, I don't know if it's a one-off, but I saw him promoting his return. That would be.
Oh, wow.
That would be a nasty steal. If they could
get
get
that RKO.
How far away are you?
New tag team champions.
No, don't you say that. I hope so, but don't say that.
I called it.
How do you get so freaking fast and far ahead? Gore, I'm at a Gore by Luke Harper. Rhyno was about to gore Randy. Luke makes the save. Rhyno steps in. RKO out of nowhere. Why am I 5 minutes behind you? John, where are you? Are you 5 minutes behind?
I'm seconds behind.
Did they just win just
I
now?
swear, Shane, I swear to God, you better put this on pause for like 10 seconds like you did last time.
Pause your computer.
Hey, that was a silky smooth RKO.
Man, finally. Well, John, you were saying a Christmas present for the Wyatts finally gets. I don't understand this dynamic. Why is Randy Orton aligned with Bray Wyatt? Has it been explained?
About to bring that up. I was just about to bring that up. Well, why is this situation? Like, we know, like, I don't want to see this to be like a build up to a WrestleMania moment, and this gets built up towards a Royal Rumble moment. Like, this isn't gonna be. We've seen like they fought enough this year, probably 2 times on a pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wait, are we about to have Freebirds? Are we about to have a Freebirds moment in SmackDown?
Why would you say that? I see Bray Wyatt's got the title. He was handed over. Is this Bray's first title?
I think so.
Yep, first title. Yeah,
wow.
First title.
Wow. And he goes and he puts the strap on Luke. And Luke is holding it like it's his.
But you really got to do a tag team, huh? For the first win?
This is so weird. Now, is the dynamic that Luke doesn't trust Randy Orton?
I feel so. I was mentioning to Courtney on Wednesday's show that it's kind of like what we saw on Gotham, for those who watch Gotham, where you have these two guys fighting for the attention and affection of this other guy. And I also feel like while that's going on, there's also a little bit of Randy possibly playing Luke versus Bray, because John was bringing up he's hoping this is not like leading to like a WrestleMania or something like that. But I mean, we are in December. This could be the beginning of it being this final blow off between Randy and Bray. Could be.
I just posted in the chat that I think obviously the obvious play is this to go to Orton versus and Wyatt, but I was thinking maybe they'd be able to stretch it to WrestleMania now that they've got titles, and then eventually we'll have them lose it right before maybe the pay-per-view or 2 pay-per-views before Mania. But I just don't get. I've got to go back. I guess I got to go back and see why Randy joined. When his cult just started, some years ago, I thought Bray Wyatt needed to be able to bring in that mega star, maybe even John Cena to fall under his spell. But it's so weird. It's not like Randy Orton is into the ideologies of Bray Wyatt, or like he's just kind of there. Like it's a normal, thrown together tag team, sort of like just like Heath, Slater, and Rhyno. So he's not like overcome by the aura and the power and following the buzzards and all that good stuff. So it's weird. It's just, I don't know. I don't think they did a great job explaining the connection between the two. So a little weird.
While your boy Dean Ambrose is giving his interview, to go back to the broken Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt stuff, Matt did an interview with the Manchester Comedy Store. He did an interview at the Manchester Comedy Store in England, and he mentioned he feels that everybody with a brain knows that Roman Reigns should be healed, and he mentioned that he would like to delete Bray Wyatt.
That's the way I like it. So there's something about me that makes me make my life as difficult as possible. I live hard.
Man.
Do the hard work.
I think without a doubt, the Hardys need to be back in the WWE. As great as they are for TNA, and we need TNA, we need their existence, but there's so much more to be done. He's not going to be able to take that company to the next level. So bring him over to the WWE. Let him finish out his career, and we can have some great stuff. Even though I've been on record just saying a lot of it is super corny, super weird. I'm okay. I think they need to be over here.
Well, the thing is, if they were to come over, and this is probably throughout the Hardy Boys' career, which has been tied together. Other than right now, there was only one other time that I think Matt has ever been more popular than Jeff Hardy, and that was when he was, having that feud with Edge over Lita, the version 1, and all of that. Right now, Matt Hardy is more over than Jeff Hardy, and I'm just wondering, like, if they were to come back to the WWE, how would they use him? Because when Bully Ray came back, people were expecting him to have this awesome Bully Ray character that we saw in TNA, but he came back and he was doing the whole Bubba Ray Dudley stuff.
Yeah, and that's a great point. He may. Is it just me, or is Nikki coming out trying to look like a Kardashian? But
I mean, they are the Kardashians of the WWE.
That is true. That is so true. What a weird dynamic. What a weird.
I mean, like you brought up, Shane, about, like, I totally agree with you about the Matt Hardy situation. Like, there was nothing big about him either. Like, I don't think we want to remember anything about the ECW days when he had the title run, when he was having that little short run with Mark Henry before he beat him for the title. Like, there was nothing quite big about that situation. But after that, we didn't see Jeff Hardy, of course, go with his little run after Triple H and Edge, and of course going for the title against CM Punk before leaving. But was there any particular moment about TNA these days? I mean, ever since he brought Broken Matt Hardy coming to the picture with this new gimmick. I mean, this is not going to be the way we want to see him. Like, we did kind of say this. Didn't we talking about this a little bit earlier? That we may probably make the Royal Rumble we can.
What?
Like, I thought there was some rumors about that, but if I'm not mistaken, that may have been someone else that put that up.
That Broken Matt Hardy would come into the Rumble?
Both the Hardys, not Broken Matt Hardy, just the Hardy Boys.
Oh no, I mean I have no idea if that's true or not, but he's got to be Broken Matt Hardy. You cannot come back at this point. I know he just wasn't over as himself. He's got to do this weird gimmick and weird speech. That's the only way he's over.
Why is Devin so black?
I don't know. Devin's over there in the dark. He's got his kid on his lap. I'm hearing random noises from it. Devin, what are you doing over there? I don't know. He's just listening, I guess. I don't know. But
who won in the pre-show?
Good question. I think it was American Alpha and Crew. I saw the match. Good Lord. That's how much I was, the Hype Bros and American Alpha and Apollo Crews. It was just, hey, let's get everybody left on the roster on the card match. It was so not important. Such a waste of time. But Hype Bros, American Alpha, and Apollo Crews did get the victory.
Okay.
This could have been on the pre-show. They could have had Nikki Bella versus Carmella on the pre-show.
We're watching that now. That's what we're watching right now.
I mean, it's Nikki Bella. She's gonna be on the main show.
Yeah.
Did Nikki date John Laurinaitis, or was that Bray?
I don't know about them dating him. I know their mom is married to him.
Wasn't that the thing? Or am I making that up? That before they got together, the mom and thing, he dated one of them.
Right there in the blue dress. House.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is one of these, CW family dynamic things, which is kind of weird to me.
It's super weird.
I know people used to joke about, the Bella twins, must be doing favors in the back. But I didn't know of any seriousness with those claims, and that's kind of,
Then it's put it on there.
I know that if my mom, not my mom, if my dad was with any woman, I don't think I would ever go there.
No, definitely not. I gotta. I mean, there's no way I just made that up. So
I wouldn't even go there if my brother had that. I don't know.
Yes, that's so weird. I don't. Maybe I made that up. Did I make that up?
If you made that up, where's your head at, sir?
Listen, I hear things.
I don't know. Suddenly your brother gets on the phone, on the call, and you start bringing up some weird
Is that your brother is there?
stuff. I'm just going to leave it at that because I keep hearing, I'm hearing a young child on the so I'm just going to leave it at that. Some weird stuff.
What happened?
Your kids are making their appearance on the show.
Harper is watching the pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's not a pay-per-view.
All right, fair enough. Kendo stick. This match has gone on about 10 minutes too long.
The match has only started about 3 minutes ago for you.
Yes. But the fact that you haven't spoiled the ending yet means that I still have another 5 minutes to go at minimum. So,
was it supposed to be a kendo match? I didn't see any.
It's a no disqualification.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
Hopefully they both destroy each other and they're off TV for, 10 years. If that could happen, my dream will come true.
I actually haven't disliked this feud. I just, Carmella is just still a work in progress. So I feel that if Carmella was more polished, this would be even better. But I don't dislike this feud.
I enjoy it.
Nikki is over enough that this youngster can learn and get over by feuding with her.
I don't disagree at all. I just don't care for either.
And your biggest hate, Dallas, is over Nikki?
What?
Your biggest hate is over Nikki?
Why do I hate Nikki?
No, is that because you don't like Nikki that much for the feud?
Yeah, and Carmella's she was pulled up from NXT way too early.
I definitely agree with that.
We made the comparison about how because her and Alexa Bliss were on similar paths. Both were managing a tag team. Both had very limited matches in NXT. They got into the main roster. They're all on. What the frick is Nikki Bella about to do? Is she about to do a moonsault?
No, she did not.
No, I told you.
I'm about to say. I know she ain't about to go outside her athletic ability and pull a moonsault off this. She went for whatever chick kick, whatever she calls her chick kick. But back to just to wrap up my point, Carmella and Alexa Bliss both had similar paths. Alexa Bliss, on the other end, has taken off. She's in the world's the women's championship match tonight, and Carmella has been basically doing cat fight scenes on Talking Smack. So.
My thing with Carmella is I think they figured they had to bring her up because if she was to stay down there, then nobody would be able to differentiate between her and Liv Morgan.
True, that's a great point. Which, if Carmella's gimmick was not that great, so why the heck could they not find something else to have for Liv Morgan? Why did we need to keep that version of the New Jersey girl at all times in NXT? The gimmick's not that great.
Is being sprayed with a fire extinguisher that bad of a deal? I'm just questioning.
I've always wondered that. I mean, I have yet to get sprayed. I would assume it feels cold.
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially when it's sprayed not in the face. She's just spraying her in the back. Like,
yeah.
How painful is that? It's cold. She's a little chilly at most. She's running around.
Now she's going for the ass.
She's spraying her butt.
Well, the match is over.
Thank God. But pause your screen, for the love of God.
I swear to God, if you're going to keep this up, Jin, you're going to be blocked from this.
I didn't spoil it. I'm just telling. Darius wanted to know when it was over.
That had to be the worst ending sequence I've seen in a minute. What in the world? You spray someone with a fire extinguisher in the back, nonetheless, for 10 minutes before hitting your finish.
Be quiet. Don't wake up Maddie.
And
Put it
I
in the
agree,
refrigerator.
Shay. I'm about to mute them. But I just don't get it. Can we outlaw the fire extinguisher? It doesn't need to exist in wrestling. It's a cool visual, but all right. So what's next for the Kim Kardashian lookalike?
I don't know, but I'm so far perfect.
I don't even remember what I put up in there. Let's see. Carmella's still talking. She still exists. Why? Why, Shane? Why?
Oh, so Natalia. So Natalia is who attacked Nikki Bella.
Do we know this? Or Carmella just spoiled it, and you just spoiled it for us.
I'm not listening to my thing super high, so with the talking segments, you know, I'm not exactly sure what they're saying. So if you could just
well,
verify.
that's what Yes. So that was the thought all along. Carmella just confirmed it, as Shane said. Natalya's the one that attacked her. She was obviously ready to fight at the pay-per-view, so that made no sense unless she was going to be the one named who attacked Nikki Bella. But you know what's sad about that is if Alexa Bliss does not win the title tonight, we're gonna get a Natalya versus Nikki feud instead of Nikki coming in. Instead of Natalya coming in and beating Becky Lynch for the title, as what I hoped. So
I was hoping for that too. I'm really hoping for a Natalya championship run.
Today I'm here to choose
Even if it's just a short run, like what was the name of the woman that the boogeyman ate the thing off of her face?
The singer.
John, help us out. She was in JBL's cabinet.
Yeah, who was it? I didn't hear you.
What's the name of the female wrestler who was in JBL's cabinet who had that growth on her face that the boogeyman eventually ate off?
Jillian Hall.
Jillian.
There we go.
There we go. Even if Natty has a Jillian Hall like run, I just want her to win again. Even my fiance, my wife. So weird sometimes to say that. Even my wife is like, has Natalya been the champion? Why isn't she getting a chance to be the champion?
Yeah, it is super disappointing that she hasn't got a title shot or a real chance to run with that title. And it's not like there's like a clear-cut person or woman in this division she's the champ, she deserves it. I mean, there's no other reason outside of, hey, we're going through a youth movement. Everything's about having a youth and the new wrestler movement that they are overlooking some of the established stars in some respects, I think. And Natalya's definitely been underutilized. I'm sure she has a career that any female wrestler would love to have, but her entire career, for me, has been a little underwhelming.
In non-wrestling news, why the heck is Cam Newton not starting?
What? What did you just say?
Cam Newton. Apparently, he's not starting because of possible disciplinary reasons. I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, Lord. They finally disciplined him for wearing those horrible outfits.
I'm very happy that I did not start him on my fantasy team, though. But
what the heck happened? Devin, are you watching this? Devin, do you know?
Say what?
Do you know what's going on with Cam Newton? Why he's not in the game?
Nope, I just turned it to it just now.
Oh, I'm so confused.
How's it already?
Maybe my football coverage is ahead of you guys too.
Good God, man! I do see that Seahawks already put a field goal on the board.
This is disappointing.
Not like your season was going anywhere. I mean,
Heck,
Bucks are in first place in your division.
Oh,
we're about to make a comeback.
We were, but
he's playing.
A little bit too
What are
late.
you talking about?
No, he's not. He is. Derek Anderson has a
He's
pick.
warming up.
Huh?
I didn't say he's not
warming
playing.
up.
I said he's not starting.
Good Lord. So you're telling me they started with Derek Anderson. He's thrown one pass and it was an interception. That's why.
It's Derek Anderson.
Yes, but he has been a steady backup for us.
Because he hasn't really had to do much.
Okay, he's only played in the preseason, but that's all right. I'm giving this dude credit. I don't know if I wonder why
Come on.
what that was all about. I'll find out, I guess, tomorrow since I'm watching this preview. Now, I know, Shane, you've been all about The Miz and his heel run. Do you think it ends tonight with heel Ziggler getting the win?
I don't want them playing hot potato with this like the ladies are doing over on Raw. I'm hoping that The Miz retains. Now, I do remember reading that there were possible rumors that the Miz and Maryse might, in terms of
rumor has it that you'd like to see The
camera.
Miz lose his Intercontinental Championship.
I'm hoping that is not the case. And good Lord,
Yes,
Maryse.
that would be right. But not for the reasons that you might think. See,
Heard
I
a
think
few
Dolph
minutes.
Ziggler is much better represented
but
as an Intercontinental Champion. He's a quality.
That would be the only way I would see The Miz lose if for some reason she unceremoniously turns on her.
But that said,
And then they say, okay, we're going to tie this into The Miz and Maryse's bickering on Total Divas because she bought a house without him knowing.
But that said,
Is that what that's about? That's so horrible because it's so obvious that Divas is 3 months behind the actual live show. So how are they going to go back and forth and interact and play the storylines on Divas into the actual SmackDown? That's so weird.
Yeah, they do it anyway.
Make it stop.
You watching me go up the ladder, reach out and grab my Intercontinental Championship. So enjoy that.
And The Miz kind of looks like Kermit the Frog, by the way. All right, so John, who you got? IC title match. It is a ladder match.
Come on.
Do we get a new champion?
I doubt that. It's not going to be going right back immediately to Dolph Ziggler. He just lost it in like 2 or 3 weeks, I believe. I mean, I'm saying, like, with the women's title and everything, like, they've been changing the titles, I think, way too quickly with all these things since the brand started. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be necessary for the Miz doing it. And like I said before, like, this is going to be probably a 2010 moment with Maryse helping out a client to go up the ladder to grab the belt.
God.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world is watching tonight as Dolph Ziggler vies for the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, we'll find out. The thing is, they got Dolph Ziggler in this IC title match. Everybody loves Dolph Ziggler. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Do we keep him in these IC title matches only if he's going to be on the losing end of them? Or do we put him in another feud, allow him to build back up, but, you know, then we'll get the clamoring for him in the world titles. So it's so hard. He's not going to win this IC title, but
Oh, my
he'll have
God.
problems. Mr. Brown, what is your problem?
Dan was intercepted the ball. Sorry.
Well, what is new?
That's what it's all about, the prestigious Intercontinental Championship. Suspended above the ring. The only way you can lead Dallas as Intercontinental Champion is to climb up that ladder and secure
All
the
right.
championship.
The champion is about to make his way to the ring.
And another thing that we're not even vaguely seeing these days, that I don't remember the last time we even seen ever since being like a Randy Orton moment. I mean, like, once we say, like, okay, we're going to take the strap off you, and then we're going to make you champ. But I already am champ. No, world champ. I mean, when is the last time we've seen that after losing the Intercontinental title, when they get a bigger push after holding the belt?
It's not that belt anymore. It really hasn't been for a long time.
I know, like it's not there. Like I said, it's not similar. I don't know if it's similar to the U.S. title these days. Like we say, what does it mean anymore? Nothing.
It's now the I don't know. It's either hey, it's world. It's guys that we won't give the world title more. That's kind of what it is for me. It's guys that we're world champion or we're our world heavyweight champion caliber wrestlers, but we don't want to actually have them in the spot, or they were just in this spot. So we'll bring them down a notch and we'll let them reign over the U.S. title, but they're not going to, or the Intercontinental in this case, but they're not going to get that push to go back up to the ladder. So, with the exception of, I guess, we're going to see that on Raw. It looks like Roman Reigns looks like he's going to be the guy to hold the U.S. title and then go for the World Championship. So, or the
Universal Championship.
It's still hard for me to say that. It's so weird.
Didn't he get a cheer? I thought I heard someone say that after a spear.
Did what?
Didn't Roman Reigns get a spear? I thought I heard someone say that, even though I didn't get to watch.
Did he get a spear?
No, I mean, didn't the fans give him a huge reaction of a cheer?
No, I don't know. I do not remember. I still say it for the billionth time. Dolph Ziggler and Tyler Breeze to team up as the Hollywood Blondes. And they should wreck shop in the tag team division. Give me something to care about in the tag team division. That's what I would like to see. They could even take Maryse with them.
Ladder match in WWE history, 1992, Shawn Michaels and Bray. Legendary ladder. First ladder match in WWE history, 1992, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
I hear somebody's computer is like 3 minutes ahead of me.
Ain't mine.
Probably Devin's. I've only needed him 42 times.
That took place at WrestleMania 10. And I think these two guys, like they're both very
now,
that comes with being a super athlete. I think they both.
The question is, I wonder where these guys go from here. I don't know what you do with Dolph Ziggler at this point.
More importantly, both want to walk out the Intercontinental Champion. Full Nelson there, his back elbows.
And is this the blow off? That's my question. We got all these big. We got chairs. We've got tables. We've got tables, ladders, and chairs, and we got ladders, but. You know, something that big, you would think it would be the end. Is this the last match, the last try for Dolph Ziggler, or is it going to continue to go on from here?
And believe me, it's very simple.
I think for this feud, this is the final match for now.
And I think the ladder match actually favored Ziggler. I mean, we know Ziggler's the better.
I feel that this ladder match could have came earlier in the feud. But I think this is the last one for now for these two guys.
The fact that he's a 6-time Intercontinental Champion, the fact that he headlined WrestleMania, then he walked out of WrestleMania.
Dolph Ziggler will eventually beat Chris Jericho's, unless he gets frustrated and leaves. He's gonna break the 9 title reigns of Chris Jericho. He's just forever to, unlike Chris Jericho, he's never going to break through that ceiling. He's going to be a mid-carder forever. He would benefit from a Cody Rhodes move, I think. He just needs to not resign, leave, run the indies, get some love, and come back. Otherwise, he's never going to get a deserving world title run.
What's going on, Denim, in the chat room?
Oh, and I prefer maybe just go back to acting after that great run he had with Countdown.
inducted into the Penn State Hall of Fame. But tonight in this, the final meeting between his arch rival, The Miz. Ziggler would love to leave the Lone Star State. A six-time
you guys will hear. You'll hear shortly that this is the final meeting between these two.
You should play the lotto, Shane.
Maybe I shall. Oh, speaking of which, I did. Let me check my Play 4 numbers. See if I'm still broke.
No, man. We spent a lot of time outside in this ladder match. Probably more so than any ladder match I've ever seen in my life.
Look at this.
I'll tell you one of the first things about getting hit right in the face.
And Maryse is she's just kind of there. She didn't really play any role. At least it hasn't up to this point.
Well, in this match, no. I mean, you remember she was the reason why he won their last match.
That is true.
And she doesn't need to do much except stand there and look. Maryse.
We've not seen a cage match, have we, between them?
Yeah.
I'm hearing John.
Again, this is Ziggler's last opportunity. I mean, Ziggler's
having a hard time hearing
himself, but watch how he puts on himself to get past the minute.
Yeah, it sounds like you went into a fishbowl.
I said they didn't have a cage match during that time, did they?
Yeah. Oh my God.
No.
Not looking good there.
Yeah, I think it's about to call it a season for my boys.
He's still on the ground. Oh my God.
Yes, the Miz is still on the ground. He is in pain. He's got hit by that ladder.
I looked 3 minutes ago when he was on the ground, and then I turned it back, and he's still on the ground.
Well, this is not your normal match. This is a ladder match. There's pain involved.
He's the most dramatic wrestler, I think, on the
Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
Yeah. He's way extra. He's Mr. Perfect would tell him to calm down.
No.
That was weird. Dolph Ziggler just hits a tornado DDT onto the ladder. But he did it so slow.
I didn't even see the head connect.
And placed him perfectly.
And again, you have to understand what these guys beat the living hell out of each other. They still have to get a ladder into the ring and climb that ladder to get that championship to win this match. Ziggler adroitly using the ladder there to buy himself some time.
All right. Now, there's no DQ in this. I would imagine with her man down, we're going to see Maryse has to get involved. She has to push this ladder down. Dolph Ziggler slowly climbing into the ring now.
Nope.
You trust your man. You know he does not need your help right now.
Nah. Oh! Just as you say that, The Miz hits an ugly drop kick from behind. I thought he was knocked out. He's not knocked out. See, Shane, this is what the UFC has spoiled for me. This is what they screwed up for me. Because it's hard to watch a ladder match now. Because 3 minutes ago, The Miz got DDT'd face first into steel. 3 minutes later, he gets up, and there's not even a red mark on his forehead. Like,
Well,
how can you do these spots? No hematoma, no scratch, no blood. Why do this
every
spot,
time
Shane?
every time you make contact with a hard surface does not mean that
What are they
you're going
doing?
to draw blood.
Not a blood. Give me but if I don't see a scratch,
Oh,
if I don't see
God.
a hematoma,
I mean, the
I got to see
hematomas
something,
don't
Shane.
necessarily have to grow so quickly either. I mean,
They do, Shane.
I've taken some big spills throughout my life. I didn't, get up and had a large lump on my face or something like that.
He don't even have a lump the size of a pimple, though.
You got to get your HD on. Get that HD on. You got to get closer.
I got HD. I must need 4K because
Maybe.
it ain't growing. I don't see nothing. But that just bothers me. Like, wrestling's got to evolve. You can't do these spots and not have any kind of damage. I get we're in PG, but don't do these spots.
Well, the thing is, you said they have to evolve. Well, the thing is, they actually, if that's the way you're looking at it, then in your mind they have devolved because they used to have blood for every little thing.
But that was more realistic.
Ring.
That was much more realistic than it is right now.
Come on.
I just think it's the way it's presented.
Thank you.
Like I have my 8-year-old son and my 18-year-old nephew, and we watch Lucha Underground, and they love Lucha Underground, but it's just the way Lucha Underground's in ring looks different than the WWE. It looks more hard hitting and realistic, but you're not seeing them bleeding all over the place.
Maybe so. I have only seen about 4 episodes of the first season, and I think it's great. I don't really care for their announce team. Striker and Vampiro. Vampiro is horrible for me. At least he wasn't that first season. But I loved what I saw. Huh?
Skip season 2.
2 is bad. They're in 4, right? 3 or 4?
3.
3.
Come on, get the ball.
We got a Miz chant going on.
Miz is awesome.
Miz is highly underrated.
Now seeing the replay, Dolph Ziggler able to break the fall a bit, not neck first, but still.
The damage was done. That's
The exposure and the risk of going up the ladder. If you're not absolutely certain that your opponent is down and out.
And Venom says he might jump on the Hangouts. I say, let's go. Come on over. The more, the merrier. Hopefully his is not 52 minutes ahead of time. Devin, I see you over there sporting a brand new wrestling cup. Did you get that in your experience at WWE Live this past Tuesday night?
Yeah.
How was the show live? We were at, for those, Devin went to SmackDown in Columbia this past week.
It was good.
Did you stay for 205 Live or did you leave?
Yeah, I stayed for like the first match. I had to come home because I had Harper with me. So
Cool.
I went to school the next day.
How was the crowd for the 205? Were they up or were they bored and ready? I mean, just tired and ready to go? Or did they leave?
Most of them left.
Yikes.
I don't think a lot of people realized that there was a whole new thing going on afterwards.
They didn't make any announcements. Stay.
I think it was a poor announcement.
Very interesting.
Afterwards, they changed the ring and.
How long did it take them to do all that? They're pretty fast.
5 minutes, if that.
Okay.
And then 16 wrestlers came out on stage and stood on stage.
Right. Because they had to introduce them because they're probably worried people didn't know who the heck they were. They didn't want them to get a jobber reaction when they came out.
Yeah. Their first match was like, I don't know, some. Ooh. Dang. Was a Indian Brothers or something, and
yeah,
their video package was pretty boring.
Yeah, the Bollywood.
I don't know if they showed it or not, but
I can't remember. I did watch 205 Live, but
yeah, well, it was really boring.
I mean, they're not very entertaining.
These guys have to dance.
The match was really boring.
All black guys must dance in the WWE.
I agree, Shane. It's so obviously their whole gimmick is playing up the stereotype, so it's hard to say they're stereotypical. But I don't know.
Dolph Ziggler could have just had that belt.
Yeah, that's the hard thing about ladder matches, man. He's got his hands around it. It's not like you have to do too much. Just put 2 fingers on it and let your weight do the rest. But that is the magic of ladder matches, I guess. That, and it takes longer than an Undertaker's entrance to climb up the ladder and even get it to the belt.
Come on.
Bap on Twitter from Wrestling Inc. made a good point that guys did not need this ladder. Their matches without the ladder have been really good. They probably could have put this in a cage to be their final encounter.
That's what I was thinking.
Especially since Maryse interfered in their last match. Then this way, Maryse would not have the option to interfere.
Yeah, because let's be honest. That first 15 minutes when they were fighting on the outside, both men are on the ground. Why the frick didn't Maryse just climb up, grab the belt, and hand it over to The Miz and call this thing a day? We could have been done with this whole thing in 30 minutes ago. This is nonsense.
Because she's got heels on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen some ladies do some amazing things, be able to walk through grass and mud and all on heels. I'm sure Maryse can climb a blindfold up these stairs in heels. But that's a good out for her.
He's a great athlete, David, but that doesn't know how to win them.
How do y'all feel about the 4-man booth? It doesn't seem like you're talking over to each other, but do you think it adds anything at all?
Yeah.
I don't care for it. I don't think it's necessary.
It's a little like,
you don't hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's never going to be as bad as, like we all know, during the 97 days with Vince and JR and Joey the King back in those days. Like, those were the only time when you had 3 people when it wasn't even 4.
What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like a snowstorm. Was somebody outside watching the event?
Get him.
There's Glacier's joining the show.
I'm wondering where that guy's been. I haven't seen him in a decade or two.
It's WCW Blizzard.
All right, Miz. Put us all out of our misery. Let's get this title, sir.
Ooh.
Hey, it's 9
So-
o'clock, and we're about to be
No,
at.
Come on, there you go.
This is flying by much faster than most pay-per-views in the WWE. It seems.
I guess.
I just tuned in. What have I missed so far besides this?
Nothing.
Well, to be honest, you missed new tag team title champions with the Orton, and you missed Nikki Bella defeating Carmella, and then after the match, Carmella
oh my
revealed
God.
it was
Why don't you just
Natalya
grab
who
the
attacked.
belt? Oh my god.
That's
Gotcha.
Don't worry about your life. Just grab the damn belt.
Clearly, The Miz did not play enough WWE video games that when you grab the belt, you just let go and fall to the mat with the belt.
Yeah. Now I believe this is the time we'll pop see Maryse.
Come on, no. Yeah.
I went to get something to drink. I thought this would be over. Not the case. Miz was hanging up on the. Well, why didn't he grab the titles when he was hanging on the bar for 30 minutes?
I always say that to myself.
Afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Just
That
fall.
happens to everyone, like the Hardy Boys in the day.
But that ladder was way the. I don't know. I guess this is a big ladder too. It seems. I don't know. It seemed like that the ladder in that TLC bout was like 90 feet tall.
Hey, I'm just happy that The Miz is not lost yet. I don't care. This match might not be as great as their previous ones, but The Miz has yet to lose. So I'm
Power
happy.
bomb to death. Goodbye. That was a vicious power bomb though by The Miz.
Maybe I just missed the boring stuff. I haven't thought it's been that bad so far. I probably joined about halfway in now, so.
Yeah. It was a little drawn out.
I don't feel like the match. I don't feel the match has been boring. Darius does, but I just feel like this feud has been well done for the most part, and I feel like this ladder match is probably not the best work that we've seen from these two.
Is the Kuya still on the top?
What?
Is the Kuya ending still at the top that they had in their last pay-per-view match?
Yeah, that career versus title match is still, I think, the best one that they've had in terms of when you have the wrestling plus you had the fan investment.
Right.
Yeah, I was pretty sure Dolph Ziggler was leaving the company, so they had me fooled for sure.
Oh, now what we're gonna see here?
We're not going to tell you what we're going to see, John. You just got to watch and see.
We're going to see like a zigzag off the ladder, I wonder. That's not, well, maybe not if he's on the opposite side.
I don't get that. You got one ladder set up. Let's not climb that ladder. Let's set up another ladder. That makes sense. I hate when they set their spots up so obviously.
I think they just assume that with any of these gimmick matches, you're going to have a one hell of a suspension of disbelief.
I don't have it, Diddle. I don't have it.
I don't either, and I sit here and I drive myself crazy poking holes in everything, and so I'm actually right there with you. I'm just kind of being the devil's advocate right now.
That's why you got to watch these things with like a young kid or something. So when they're just like so into it, you're forgetting all of that poking hole stuff and just enjoy it with them.
I'm gonna go wake up my kids now. Excuse me.
Get in there.
Okay. Miz is down. Dolph Ziggler has two ladders to choose from. He's going to use them both.
Did I just hear a nope?
All right. Good job, Miz.
I
job.
hate that there's such a bad judgment of time and space. Why are you, if you're 4 rings down, why are you reaching up to see if you can grab the belt?
Again, stop poking holes.
I can't help it. It makes no sense. Stop it.
Oh, it's
Unless
so
he's
stupid.
going to say go gadget arms and all of a sudden be able to reach it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Jesus,
I
told you.
Oh, the Miz has got the strap.
Did it without Maryse.
Which also makes no sense.
Yep.
But good. Good for the Miz.
I really wonder where they go from here with Dolph. I mean, it seems like they have to use someone. The roster's so thin in my opinion, but I mean, is there a logical progression for him? I mean, I don't know. I can't think of anything right offhand.
I don't know either. I mean, the internet community adores him, but they can't quite get behind him to put him and keep him in that main title scene. So. And the Miz continues his feud with Daniel Bryan, which is good and weird.
It is weird. You almost wonder if some people are still kind of half thinking that the retirement either as a work or it's not permanent, and they're slow building to him returning to the ring. But I mean, I really hope that's not the case. I mean, I don't know. I just wonder if they're building to something or they're teasing building to something that's never going to happen. You know, the payoff is going to turn out to be very disappointing for a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it'll end up being Daniel Bryan will select somebody to go up against him, and fight in his spot.
That's not going to have the kind of payoff that people want to see.
What happened? Is Ziggler in a coma? What the frick's wrong with him?
All I've got to say to you guys is what's going to be next and who do you think is going to be next if this is the end of the chapter?
The Miz needs to eventually either fight Daniel Bryan or find a way to get himself in the WWE title picture scene of Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should happen immediately.
Happens with Dolph Ziggler. Dolph needs a makeover and not just wearing 80s leather garments.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
And the Hollywood Blondes.
I swear, Shane, even though I know he wasn't really on top of his game in 2011 when he had the run after winning it at the end of the year of 2010, but I think he's been way, way, way on top ever since this year. Winning his title run as the IC champion.
What?
I mean, his matches. I mean, he wasn't that close with his match doing then, but these days, I think he's been putting on maybe just one so far in the top 5 best matches of the year that we've seen in WWE so far. Like we said with the career-ending title versus title match one.
Well, I don't know.
Is Shane frozen, or he's just really thirsty?
I'm just perplexed as to what. I'm not frozen. What is my cup just stuck to my face?
It was.
I was drinking through the majority of the last match, but no, I am not thirsty. I'm not really thirsty.
I don't even know. I don't know who. Can we get Apollo Crews back into the IC title run? Can we just elevate him off of the pre-show? Who's hurt?
Charles Johnson. He's hurting. He's holding his leg again.
We need to.
Nobody cares about the Panthers.
Hey, watch your mouth.
This is wrestling with friends, not wrestling and 4-7 football teams.
Easy there.
Whoa.
Easy there.
Just because your team has a winning season, finally.
All right.
We're about to have that wonderful chairs match now.
Now, how would this bout last longer than 32 seconds is what I'm going to be curious to see.
Kalisto is going to run around the ring a lot, throw chairs, and evade the big man.
He better.
All I'm hoping is that Corbin wins so I can keep my pay-per-view prediction streak tonight perfect.
Are you guys high on Corbin? It seems a couple people, not a couple, but a good majority on my Twitter line are in love with Baron Corbin as if he's the next big thing.
Speaking of the next big thing, I think he's just kind of a black hole of charisma. I mean, I think he has a great look and he's very physical, but speaking of the next big thing, I would put him with someone like Paul Heyman who can kind of be his mouthpiece, talk for him, hype him up a little bit. I think that you could definitely build him to be a monster, but I mean, he's just he seems like he's almost a black hole of charisma, you know? Just the personality is not even close to being there, I don't think.
I agree. He is duller than wet paint.
I think I would have to be high for me to actually like Baron Corbin.
All right,
that's
good.
how high I am on Baron Corbin.
I thought he was very, very boring in NXT. And, I mean, he's playing the big man. They're doing the classic big man versus little man thing. So, I mean, it's hard for him to look bad against the cruiserweight. So, I don't know. I think this is a big smoke and mirrors. Once he starts getting in with someone that he can't just pick up and throw around, he's going to get exposed.
Wasn't the rumor going to be they're going to bring up Joe to feud with him?
God, I hope not. That's a waste of Joe's talents.
Yeah.
In NXT, though,
yeah,
those two did feud.
Well, I don't know if it was a feud, but they did fight a couple times.
Or maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Was it Strowman that they were going to bring up Joe against? Or that might have just been unfounded rumors. I'm not sure, but
yeah.
Who to face
Well,
Joe?
I would be up for that. I like Strowman now.
Well, I think Joe can be a big, tough guy and he can kind of do the strongman versus strongman type of feud. He can also actually sell. That's usually the problem is when you get, Big Show versus Kevin Nash or whatever. It's just no one wants to take any bumps and it looks like crap. So, but Joe can actually sell. So I think that has some potential if they decide to do that. But
there's a lot of rumors that Joe's either popping up somewhere between now and the Rumble.
He did lose the title to Shinsuke again.
Immediately dropped that strap. So that makes – but the thing is, The only thing that makes me nervous about, or not nervous, but doubt that he'll come tonight is because they're actually airing that, I think, on Wednesday. So even though it's out, so it's not like a spoiler if he shows up here without the strap, because it's all over Twitter, it's everywhere. Just the timing, But the question is, would he show up, and would the WWE allow to have him feud with AJ Styles? We saw they picked up the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn feud from ROH. Would they go ahead and bring in the AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe in WWE?
Also, we finally got our answer, by the way.
I mean,
it is gonna be a cage match on the 26th.
What is?
Dolph Ziggler and The Miz for a cage match on the 26th.
What's on the 26th?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh, it's the Christmas
is there
show.
a pay-per-view?
It's gonna be it's the Christmas, I think, taping. Isn't it on SmackDown? It's not on the time. It's gonna be the Christmas show.
Okay. Well, there you go. Shane, you lied to us. You said this was the blow-off match.
That was Morrow. He said it too.
Both of you are freaking liars. And I wish Chris Jericho was here to put you on the list. I guess I should pay attention to this match.
Yeah, what?
Why? It's
Now
not
we
like
got John Cena.
It's not over yet.
No. Plancha here by Baron Corbin. Oh no, he just rolled under it.
Sidebar. Apparently there was a "We Want Brandy" chant at the ROH show tonight, as in Brandy Rhodes.
Why? No, that was serious. No, I really want to know why.
I don't know.
Okay, that I can buy. Bobby Cruz has been there since the inception, so maybe it's time for some fresh blood.
I just found that funny because as much as I like watching TNA, the Brandy Rhodes stuff has not been that great, and I would like her on the show. Hopefully, she's to heart if she's watching or she comes across this, but yeah, her in-ring work needs work.
I just saw her debut, and that was enough for me. I was done after that. Doggone Baron Corbin over here going bowling with Sin Cara #2.
Did you guys notice in the beginning, before the match started, when Kalisto came down, he was actually looking under the ring for chairs while they were all lined up outside?
Yeah, I saw that.
I did. That's awesome.
Hey, he can't help it. The vision is not very good with the mask, man. No peripheral vision.
And I legit played musical chairs today.
Yeah!
So this chairs match is just bringing back memories of earlier tonight.
Did you pull one out and beat one of your kids?
No. One almost broke though, as being the wife went for the same one, but that was the closest to a broken chair or something.
I gotta lay off the birthday cake, sir.
Oh. Got about half a cake left.
Sadly, I had no cake for my birthday.
You're old.
Is it over yet?
Yeah. No, man.
God.
I'm mad because they're going to people in the crowd. You would think before they hit record and send that to the truck, they would not put it on two people looking bored as could possibly be. They should have selected a little bit better out of the 18,000 people in attendance. All right.
let me ask you guys, with
No.
these matches, if it's a chairs match, you can only use a chair, right?
Yeah. Well,
Like you can't use any other weapons.
I don't think that's ever been tested.
I've
But-
seen them up many times in the past with the tables.
Okay, yeah. That should be the case. The chair should be the exception to the DQ. You should still be able to get DQ'd, maybe. I don't know.
I think it goes back to the suspension of disbelief where they, because they can plan everything out, they know exactly what's going to happen. They don't need to make any contingency plans for every specific possibility, and they don't need to spell all those rules out. So,
Well,
wow,
that's the added details.
I don't even
That
think
bump
it's
look-
been every goddamn month with the
Like
chairs.
that.
And what's the difference by having a chair match? What's so exciting about that?
You know what I'd like them to see? I'd like for Kalisto to bring out the Big Show's chair that was like 50 feet wide and try and swing that on Baron Corbin to end this match.
That was the ladder.
Huh?
Was that the ladder you were talking about that he took out for the Money in the Bank?
No.
The chair.
Who he fought like Mark Henry or somebody. Somebody else really
large
big.
chair. I remember.
No, I don't remember that one.
Come on, John. You're supposed to remember everything.
he had a big leg.
Play ones will not be memorable.
And one
That was probably the most memorable thing about Big Show in the last 30 years. He pulled out a giant chair. That and he lost weight recently.
Come on.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, you at?
Yeah.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
that deep six was pretty vicious. I'm pretty sure that's not what Devin was cheering about, but
No. Turn it. It was like a 60, 70-yard throw.
I got to renew my PlayStation View. I don't even have I don't have cable right now.
That's why you need to get a rabbit.
A
Sure.
rabbit? Like an adult play, a female plaything? A rabbit?
No.
Wait. Why was that
I
your
don't know.
first jumping point? Why not the actual rabbit?
I'm sorry. You're the one that also brought up, the Bellas and John Laurinaitis love triangle
Yeah, but that's how we were
thing.
talking about. That fits. We were talking about them being the Kim Kardashian or the Kardashians of the WWE. That fit. That made sense.
I'm a sexual being. I was nicknamed the Caribbean Playboy. I hear rabbit. I'm
We're gonna
sorry.
leave that in there. Moving on, please. No
You
more
should go get
explanation.
a rabbit. I'm like, now have
No,
we
I
caught-
mean an
have we caught
antenna.
up? Have we caught up? Or are you guys?
No, we're not.
What are
How
you
can we
guys seeing
catch
right
up?
now?
Kalisto is running around the outside the ring while Baron Corbin is missing like he's Sammy Sosa.
Okay, so we're caught up.
You paused yours?
Sure.
How the heck would we catch up if you didn't pause? Unless you had a lag or something.
That's why. I had a lag when he did that seated senton through the chairs.
Can't believe Kalisto Zigler's still in this thing. Buzz Bliss, W. Baron Corbin down. Can't do the moonshot.
Yep.
Look at this.
Man. All right, this match can end any minute now.
Into the barricade. I can't believe Kalisto
I'm very happy he did not accidentally hit a fan when he threw that chair just now.
Yeah, would have been hilarious.
Look at this. I have to tell you, I am absolutely Kalisto.
Wow, we only got 2 matches to go.
Right now,
This is going like an NXT special.
Let's not go there. NXT specials are awesome.
Not in terms of wrestling quality.
All right.
In terms of
Well, that's because this hasn't been a 9-hour program, like with both brands.
Survivor Series.
They have both. Yes, exactly. Good God, how long will the Rumble be this year? I'm a little scared about that one. Uh-oh. I don't get the point of this. Kalisto put a chair on it, now he's going to moonsault onto it?
Wow.
At least he used the double knees, not his stomach.
you have to admire the corazon, the heart of Kalisto.
Did Kalisto have a wedding with Bill and Mooney? That's for him.
Huh?
Did Bill and have it set up for him?
What about a career performance?
John, get out of the fishbowl.
Yes. Join
I mean, was
us.
that did Bill have it set up for him, or did he set up for him to do the moonsault?
Kalisto. He put it on his stomach and climbed the ropes and did some flippy stuff.
Somebody let me know when this match is over with, please.
No.
What the? How did they already score?
He brought a friend in the form of that steel chair.
Oh
What the
man!
heck? Is somebody destroying a house?
Kalisto, bringing the
Yes. No, I don't know. All right. I think the end is near for us. Got about 4 chairs in the ring.
It's about 8.
All right, what you gonna do?
My fondest chairs match memory is still with, what was that, the Nexus or the Core, where we had those chairs hanging up by the Titantron.
Man, I don't remember that one.
Chairs fell on Wade Barrett, I think it was.
Sounds appropriate. Whatever happened to Wade Barrett? He's an actor now?
Yes, he's an actor, and probably still being pined after by Alicia Fox. Even though she's, you know.
All right. End of days, end of match.
Woo! I'm lagging again.
You're behind?
Yeah.
Revenge. So, what is that on Kalisto's lip? Don't zoom in on. Don't do that to that man. All right. Hopefully this feud is over. They need to somehow get Kalisto into the 205 live crew.
Yeah, definitely.
The babyface did not win. The feud is not going to be over.
It is over. It was over before it started for me. Now, do you think we get any trades? Do we get any switching of the brands, or are they just going to try and keep it special and only have drafts once a year?
God, I wish they would do a draft. A trade, I mean.
I think they could. I think they'll at least keep it in their back pocket if they want, as a way to shuffle things around if they need to. If there's a lot of injuries, someone, SmackDown gets a lot of injuries. There's people I'd rather not use, and I think they might be able to kind of rig away where they can say, "Oh, we've decided to make a trade" or something like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Short of that, I don't know that they're going to be switching too often. Because I mean, keeping the brand separate, that's kind of they're trying to make it, people exclusive to one brand. And if people can move around too much, I think they just think that it's takes away the novelty of it when someone does move, or when you have someone from Raw versus someone from SmackDown. So.
Yeah.
What are they going to do for the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
They had the Rumble, and then we have Survivor Series, so they are interacting quite a bit as it stands now.
Yeah, that's what didn't really make sense to me, is that they did the split and they had them separate for like 2 months maybe, and then they're like, oh, it's SmackDown versus Raw. It's like 2 months ago these guys were all fighting each other all the time anyway. Like, this isn't that big of a deal. So I definitely didn't understand the timing of that.
And there was no real payoff for it at the end either. I mean, they had a couple. They had some where keep your titles or it gets switched brands, but it just didn't. Since none of that really happened, it didn't seem in the end to be that all that important.
WWE superstar Natalya.
Okay, Natalya gonna explain herself.
Natalya, I stated it was you who attacked Nikki Bella from behind, not to be able to be at Survivor Series.
The Royal Rumble. Now, if the winner. Now, we've had in the past where the winner was able to choose, if they wanted to go for this world title or this world title. Is that still going to be the case?
I mean, if you're, I don't know. Yeah, I would say you have to have that option, because otherwise, it doesn't make sense to have to compete against another brand full of guys to get a shot only at your title. It just seems you should just have a Raw Rumble, which would be retarded, and a SmackDown. So my question is, do y'all think that Brock or Goldberg will end up getting the title, and then the other one will be winning the Rumble? That seems like could be a unnecessary but a real possibility.
I don't see the title becoming involved in that. That was just, like you say, it's completely unnecessary to draw Goldberg versus Lesnar.
They just announced that it's going to be a Royal Rumble match, so that just I just threw that out the window. So I guess we got our answer. They will not be. Well, they still could be in the Rumble, I guess. We've seen that before.
I would like to see.
What did I miss?
They announced Goldberg and Lesnar at the Rumble.
I thought they were going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah,
I don't know. Did I mishear it?
They are in the Rumble.
Okay. Well then,
I would love to see.
The privacy is back on.
I mean, I would like to see if they did a 99 moment during the huge battle that they had with Vince and Steve Austin. If they did this once again by having them both start the Rumble off and then get in a huge fight at the end, and then once appear towards the end, like they did in '99. I mean, this will be interesting.
So you like the '99 way? So you want to repeat it here in 2016?
I mean, I'm not saying I want to see it. I'm saying it would be kind of curious and interesting to see. I mean, I didn't like the way that this year's went off, of course, with Roman. The same way, almost.
All right, here's for Alexa Bliss winning this strap right now.
I love Alexa, but I don't know.
Yeah, was just getting his popcorn.
I chose Becky to win, even though I love Alexa. I feel I was reading stuff, and a lot of odds makers are apparently saying that there's supposed to be, 2 title changes tonight. We've already seen one. I'm feeling like this might be the second one if those odd makers are correct.
Yeah.
At the top of the show, I asked for 2 things: new tag team champions and a new women's champion. I'm hoping I am pleasantly surprised that my dreams come true right here on SmackDown.
We know AJ Styles isn't going to lose it tonight. That's not going to be till the Rumble.
Oh, how do you know, John?
Because
Were you in the writer's room?
Because I guarantee, like, something's going to happen. Like, we're all predicting. Like, is Shawn going to show up? Or is Undertaker going to show up, like, the same for a last run? And then something for a last match for Taker. Like, that's all I'm thinking of. And then have his last match at WrestleMania by losing the title. If they're going to do this for a Cena moment to face finally.
We shall see. Now let's all have a moment and just silence and enjoy this entrance. Alexa Bliss looking real angry. What's to be so angry about? She's about to be a champ.
Why are there chairs out there? Move the chairs. I don't care about ladders or chairs right now.
This is a no DQ match, right? Or is it just a title?
It's a tables match.
Oh, that was the way off. Okay. I hate tables matches. Now, is this a... I'm always confused about table matches. Is this a first person to go through a table, or is this tables are just legal?
You lose by going through the table.
Okay. I never know which way they go.
Hopefully it's not like Big Show.
Which is what?
Big Show was knocked off the apron and his foot went through the table.
Oh Lord! Was that an accident or was that a storyline?
I believe that was how it was supposed to go, but Big Show sold it like it was an accident.
Okay. Yeah, they couldn't do that for a world title though. I would cry. All right. Let's go, Alexa.
Introducing the challenger from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
These people are very rude to Alexa Bliss. She really doesn't deserve this kind of feedback.
I just tweeted, how dare people not cheer for Alexa.
Where is that? I must retweet and favorite that. I see it now. You get a like and you get a retweet. I don't know. Becky Lynch is just like, I don't know how she made it on top. Out of the 4 horsewomen, she was the 4th.
I don't know. I think
What?
some might say
Bailey?
differently. Yeah.
Okay.
No way. You don't say a bad word about Bailey around me. So.
Really? Bailey's she's so cheeseball. I know she's like John Cena level cheeseball, and I get it, but that just it's hard. It's hard.
To me, she at least seems more authentic, though. Like Cena seems a lot more. It's like to me, just especially like watching the behind the scenes stuff with her. It just seems like she's legitimately that like happy and cheesy all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Unlike John, who's drinking beers, having relations with every diva in the back, all the opposite of a role model.
She really does seem like her character is who she is in real life, as Denim is saying. While you see John Cena, who on TV to these kids and everybody, he's this guy who, was rapping and all this other stuff, and he says these funny things, and then you'll see him on Total Divas, where he's telling Daniel and Bree how to live in his house and that they must have dinner every Sunday together as a family, and you need to wear shoes and all of this in my house. And he's like, this dude's an ass.
No, not Johnny. Not the Johnny I know. Look at Alexis.
Hey, there are ladies wrestling in Ring of Honor tonight. How about that? Women of Honor.
Never heard of it. Is Alexa Bliss in that match, Shane?
No. Taylor Hendricks is.
Didn't who won the ROH title the other night? Didn't someone win the title?
Kyle O'Reilly, right? I think so.
Oh, okay.
I haven't kept up with ROH as much, even though I do get the channel, the Sinclair channel, now that I live in Tampa.
Do they still film it in black and white? I can never get over that. They went from HDNet, where they were shot in HD, to a bingo hall atmosphere. So it was such a dramatic difference that I don't know. Presentation, I hadn't been able to get over.
I wish I could get back into ROH as I did before, because I have several ROH DVDs in my bookcase. But I just fell out of like with them.
Tough keeping up with everything. I mean, it's so saturated. Even with just all the WWE stuff, and then you have Lucha Underground too, and especially not having cable right now because we're downsized. I mean, it's damn near impossible to keep up with everything.
Right. I think that's it too. With WWE having how many hours? You have the 3 Raw, the 2 SmackDown. You have NXT. You now have 205 Live. There's Talking Smack. There's whatever that Raw post show is. Then there's like 3 pay-per-views every month from them, from the big dog.
Yeah.
It just really makes it. Things have to be like great to the 9th level to be worth your time to try and even see any of this stuff. I mean, that's where Twitter helps, and we can catch up with some of this stuff. But even still,
I don't even follow as many indies as I used to. WSU is about to have their 10th anniversary show. I used to be big into them. I even traveled to Jersey WSU shows.
Yeah, it feels like whatever happened to those guys. But
since I moved down here, and I'm an hour from Atlanta, I've meant to catch a lot more, but I just haven't had the time.
And it's so weird. You talk about moving. I moved to Orlando, and there's like some indies here, NXT's here, and I really enjoy NXT. But since coming here, I've attended less live shows. I used to go to TNA, and they had Old School Championship Wrestling, which was an indie show. So, not even as high quality as I have here in Orlando. I just don't go out of my way to see it.
Come on, Alexa. Had a little trouble getting that table up, but
it weighs twice as much as her.
I was gonna say, when she was standing in front of the ref, you saw like how tiny she is. That's good for her. I mean, I hope she wins too, but she is teeny tiny.
She can't even lift the table up. The ref needed to come over there.
I have a special guest that's joining me now.
Uh-oh. It wouldn't be the first child to appear on the show tonight. Got a couple of them.
He decided he wasn't ready to go to sleep, I guess. So we're watching.
And why would he? With Alexa Bliss in the ring? You can't blame the man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was brutal. What was that? Lynch made her pay for that.
She slammed her head in the table. What is she doing?
What happened to pay-per-views ending at 11? What happened to that? You don't do that anymore?
We got a network now.
You just do whatever you want. Just go as long as you want. Unless this ends right now and the AJ Styles match basically doesn't happen. It saves us from the Dean Ambrose. All right. It's going to headbutt her. Becky Lynch is going to fall through the table, and it's going to be a new champ. Now, if Becky Lynch goes for the suplex and her body goes through and Becky Lynch or Alexa Bliss doesn't, does she lose the title? We're not going to find out.
I think, technicality, since Becky went through the table, then Bliss would win. Though Bliss did lose a match where she had the beef with the ref. Who knows? Is there really just is it only the world title match left after this?
Yep. They saved Dean Ambrose for last.
I wonder if they have something else, some other segment or vignette or something like that in mind to fill a little bit of space.
God, I hope not. A C match, so it's gonna take them a minute to get to the conclusion. I am a little surprised that they decided to put this match second to last.
They're probably going to have something in terms of filler. I don't know. We haven't seen Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah, he was in the pre-show. He was in the pre-show.
Oh. Yeah, I don't
where they
watch that.
collected 52 people who aren't on the roster to give him a check. Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
Which is great because now we don't have to hear that promo you alluded to. I'm sorry, we already saw his gimmick with Matt Hardy some years ago. There's no reason to bring it back.
Since he didn't appear at Survivor Series, is there any chance that the Undertaker makes an appearance? And his segment is he's some of the filler between this match and the title match?
I don't know. I would imagine if he shows up, it's to insert himself into the match or to come out and scare somebody, roll his eyes, and cross his throat at the end.
Bliss DDT the SmackDown Women's Champion.
Uh-oh, family carry.
Ooh.
The problem, though, is Alexa has to capitalize on this. That may have knocked Becky out. Like Bliss is hurting from it too, though.
Ow. Oh, Alexa Bliss back's got to be hurting.
DDT the SmackDown Women's Champion. On the table.
God dang.
Alexa has to capitalize on this. Oh, man. Becky out. It's like Bliss is hurting from it too, though.
I think somebody should explain the concept of how someone goes through a table to Alexa Bliss. That was not going to win the match.
Yeah, the only way this match ends is when one of them goes through a table. Great strategy, though. I mean, it's going to be awfully hard to get Becky on a table with only one arm.
Or what the purpose of this is.
Well, if you submit and start tapping the table hard enough, it breaks.
There you go. I mean, I guess logically you could say that she wouldn't be able to put Becky through a table on just like this.
It's going to be awfully hard to get Becky on a table with only one arm.
Yeah.
Rhyno slams Alexa Bliss down. On your time, now Becky needs to set up the table and figure out how to get Alexa through it.
All right.
We're just trying to figure out the best way to get that
I
table.
only had chocolate on my face. Thanks for telling me, people.
Becky Lynch having to scratch and claw.
You're black. I couldn't tell the difference.
10+ year career.
I don't know what's going on with this the
And I
YouTube
was looking
thing.
at Alexa Bliss.
Looking to
Fair enough.
defend the championship twice against Alexa Bliss, and she now puts across that table in the corner. And this could be the coup de grace, as they say. Becky Lynch
Right.
may just be moments away from retaining the SmackDown Women's Championship.
All right, he's going to jump. Alexa should have hit her with the stunner right there, put her to the table, and won the championship. What was she thinking?
Before the iconoclastic Becky Lynch now in trouble. Alexa was the one that was in all kinds of trouble. She figured her way out of it. Boy, did she ever slamming.
Maybe Asuka will come in and defeat both of these ladies and steal the women's championship and bring it to NXT.
Hey, they kept the fans who were actually into this match. Nice.
Two of them.
The only two. We found them.
Yay, finally.
Did Becky Lynch go through a table and I missed it?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, you can't take the next
Oh!
Thanks a lot.
There it is. Finally.
How happy is Dallas now?
I told you for weeks this was going to happen.
I guess you're gonna finally post that Alexa Bliss article.
Oh man, that's been queued up for like 2 months. Oh man, would it be timely now? If only I would have actually finished it. I got about 2 paragraphs in. I was like, I can't finish this. I'll revisit it now.
A new SmackDown Women's Champion crowned at
Becky Lynch is a good baby face who is better at chasing the title. So I think this is fine.
Yeah, I think that Becky Lynch was kind of. It seemed like she was elevated above everybody else because she still had the four horsewoman rub, and so I definitely think this is the way to go. Elevate Alexa to kind of be on that same level. So I think it's a good call.
Pushed way too hard.
I'm not upset with you. I'm upset with myself.
Happy with being wrong here.
I forgot what I called. Yeah, I did not go with my gut here. I went against Becky Lynch. I mean, Alexa Bliss.
That title is almost as long as she is.
Man, what a good
so
move.
Tiny. Good lord.
That's small issue. Probably like 5'3".
What do you think?
There's only one way we can ensure that.
You think Alexa Bliss should have won?
I love
She's
you very much.
5'1".
Oh wow.
Itty bitty.
You put her in my pocket.
What a weird advertorial, if you want to call it.
I love you very much.
Say no. Would they still showed this if she would have said no?
I was running the show, yes.
And then all of a sudden you switch from the sweet and lovely music to meow, 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 meow. Did y'all watch 205 Live?
Who won the main event?
Can you handle this? What the frick's his name?
The black guy?
Rich Homie Swan.
Yeah, Rich Swan.
So
Did
he
you call
won
him
the belt?
Rich Homeless Swan?
Yeah, Rich Homie Swan.
Was that for the
Oh,
belt?
homie. Yeah, it was. He's a new champ. I thought you called him Homeless Swan because he kind of looks homeless. And he's like always so happy, just like some of the homeless people you meet on the street. Like,
I might be misremembering. Wasn't he on Cabana's podcast? And I thought that maybe he had a story, something like that. I need to look it up now because I might just be.
that he was actually homeless.
No, yeah, this is what it is. So according to his Wikipedia, his dad was killed by his girlfriend when he was 12 years old. His mother died when he was 16. So
Right.
at that point, he fell in with a rough crowd and began using cocaine. And then I guess his supplier died of a heart attack. So he that kind of was his wake-up call. I thought he had a kind of a background like that. So maybe there's a little bit more truth to that than we thought.
They that was the intro on 205 Live. I don't remember hearing about the cocaine part. They probably conveniently left that off the 205 Live.
Yeah.
They did talk about his mom and his dad dying. And then he dedicated the match to his mom, not his cocaine dealer.
I'll be right back.
He should have dedicated to that cocaine dealer. Yo, if he didn't die, I would never have been here.
I'd still be on coke. Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. It is a pretty cool story. If you haven't heard it, he kind of goes into more detail.
It is but my thing is they're doing this on 205 Live and the network only stuff. This is something that if they did on the bigger stage, it would help them a lot more, because the casual fan is probably not sitting down watching 205 Live weekly or the Cruiserweight Classic. So if they were doing this on Raw, maybe more people would not be sitting on their hands while these cruiserweights are having their matches.
True. I mean, they definitely could use the exposure, but you got to make these things worth tuning in. If everything happens on Raw, why tune in to 205 Live? And also, not that it's a USA Network, but 205 Live can be watched on Hulu also. So, which I thought was kind of weird that it's not exclusive to the network. I mean, it's great. And people who can see it on the network, on Hulu as well. So you get a little bit more exposure, a little bit.
To continue my ROH interjections, apparently the Bucks of Youth super kicked Vanguard 1, which is Broken Matt Hardy's drone.
Yeah, so are they going to TNA Delete or whatever the heck they pay-per-view, or are the Hardys going to an ROH show? Or both?
I think Matt's gonna be at the ROH show.
Okay.
And I think they'll probably show up at TNA.
Well, yeah, because in his promo that aired, he said that the Hardys are on a quest to show that they're the greatest tag team ever. And then he yelled at, them boys and the Bucks of Youth. But that's wise. I mean, they should do more talent exchanges. I mean, it can only help.
Has there been any resolution to the TNA ownership thing? I haven't really felt it since I co-hosted that one time with Shane, and I haven't heard anything about it since then.
Well, Billy apparently got all his money, so his issue with them is done. But I haven't heard anything else in terms of who's gonna take over the company or anything like that.
Well, I thought the thing was the marketing company up in Tennessee gave them enough money to keep going. No. Oh Lord, maybe I can't keep up with it. Because there was the marketing company that was supposedly buying in, and then like Flow Sports or Flow Sports or somebody. I'm making crap up now. I don't know.
Your Flow Slam? No, Flow Slam is different than. I think you're talking about Fight Network.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Didn't they buy in? Didn't they give them money to get through the year or something?
I know they are funding them, but I don't know how long it's like that is for. I think they're good through the rest of the year. Who's giving them all the money at least through the rest of the year? I'm not sure, but I know they're good for 2016. The last 26 days, 27 days.
You know what the frick I'm curious about? What the heck's going on with GFW? Jeff Jarrett's thing. he alluded to that they finally got a deal. So are they going to be on TV in 2017? So we talk about diluted products. There could be one more player. They're finally getting after like 5 years on TV.
Unless people bring
We
them
don't care.
up, I don't generally think about Global Force. Is it Global Force Wrestling? Yeah, GFW, right.
Well, that's
I
because
don't really
nobody knows
think
what
about
they
them.
do. All of a sudden, you see Cody Rhodes winning titles. Like, wait, did they put on shows? What the frick? And we tried to get Jeff Jarrett on. Jeff Jarrett, he said, "Yeah, let me get this to my publicist, which is the death sentence for all hosts." So I knew as soon as he did that, we're like, "Oh, he's not coming on the show." And then like 2 days later, he was on. Talking with he was on a Ric Flair show, which
What is that beating? What is that sound? Is somebody hammering at 10 o'clock at night?
No, that's my kid. He thinks it's funny to sit here and bang on my laptop. That's Mr. Bennett right here. That's your culprit.
Oh.
I thought he was trying to beat up Dean Ambrose.
Look, what's that? Who is that? Right there. Is that you? Who is that?
That was just so strange. What's up, dude?
Well, that's his thing. Is anytime I'm trying to do anything, he hammers on the laptop and thinks it's pretty funny.
Sure, why not?
The system.
DJ loves going after my laptop as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Dean Ambrose. Oh, how you have fallen.
$10-10. So this match is going to go about 30 minutes.
20-30. Can I make a prediction?
No.
Okay.
Just kidding. Yes.
I think we're going to see a James Ellsworth heel turn right here.
A heel turn.
Yep.
Woo.
I've been asking for it.
So are we going to get a pretty sexy, what's his name? A really weird gimmick. I can't remember what it is. That's one thing we screwed up, Shane. We had to ask him, what's the fricks up with the fishnet stockings? What? Why? Why in the world are you wearing fishnet stockings? That freaks me out. You've never seen him in the pictures of the fishnet stockings?
No, I don't recall.
That's his indie. What's his gimmick name? Whatever he's like. I forget what his gimmick is, but pretty sexy, whatever. But he wears black eyeliner and wears fishnet stockings. It's really, really weird. Like almost cross-dressing weird. Google it. Just Google, find out what his indie gimmick name is and just Google that and it'll pop right up.
I really don't feel I should be looking up guys in fishnet stockings.
Hey, if your wife walks in, just say, "Hey, it's a wrestling thing. I swear."
It's for work stuff.
It's work stuff. Yeah, my search history is now gonna be James Ellsworth's fishnet stockings.
Explain that. You sick freak.
I see him doing something like the Charles Robinson little niche gimmick with AJ Styles. That's kind of how I see it playing out. But I could also see him kind of screwing up and costing Dean Ambrose. Legitimately accidentally too. So I don't know.
Okay,
but how long can they go with that? You see it, Shane?
Yeah, I see it. But back to Denim and the little Nate-esque or little Styles angle.
You gotta do something.
I would be for that, by the way, because like I said, I was saying on Wednesday's show, Dean has been kind of like, you know, and since Baby Denim is around, Dean's been kind of a butt to James Ellsworth lately, so I wouldn't put it past Ellsworth to turn on him tonight.
I thought this got said for a triple threat, or was that just a rumor?
No.
God help us if that was the truth.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
Ellsworth has
basically-
beaten Styles 3 times, but no, not a triple threat match.
I don't know why not. The guy's deserving of another chance. But since he's going to
turn on him tonight.
Yeah, he's going to join the Bullet Club, I guess. How awesome would that team be? Much better than what they got going over there on Raw.
I mean, if you can't get Kenny Omega in the Bullet Club over on WWE, you might as well get James Ellsworth.
Yeah, they're practically the same guy in terms of talent, you know.
Well, that guy in Japan definitely doesn't have as much charisma as the real deal.
Exactly.
That ladder was super high, like ridiculously high. Is that the same one they use with Jeff Hardy? Is that like a...
I don't know.
Tables, ladders, and trash cans.
Oh my. But I gotta admit, that's like the cleanest trash can I've ever seen in like a Coliseum. Holy cow. AJ Styles like, dude, you're not messing up my hair unless you go ahead and wash that thing with his eyes first.
You know, I use a ladder pretty regularly for my day job, and it always amazes me how they can get these ladders moving around and set up. Like, my ladder is pretty light, but it's probably 50, 60 pounds, and you carry it for not very long, and it wears you out, man. So this guy is moving them around and throwing them in the ring and crap. I don't know, and doing all the wrestling that they do. Like, it's reason number 1,000,005 why I wouldn't be cut out to do what they do. But
I guess that's why, you know, I think like, bro, do you even lift?
True.
My only thing with the turning of Ellsworth, if that happens, is that we're still going to be focusing on Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, and James Ellsworth.
Nothing right.
Because Dean will take his frustration out on Ellsworth, but he's still going to have his eyes on AJ Styles, and I'm kind of over these two.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be over soon enough.
I guess the other way that you can go with it is if you want to. I don't see why they would want to, because I don't think there's a ton of extra baby faces on SmackDown. But if you want to turn Ambrose heel, you can just have them go crazy on Ellsworth and just beat the hell out of him. But I mean, is Ellsworth having a sympathy with the fans for that really to fully turn Dean? And again, I would question why you would want to. I mean, I think he works a lot better as a heel, but I don't know if that's what the brand needs at this point.
Yeah. I definitely think he needs to go heel.
Meanwhile, AJ Styles honing his craft around the globe.
We have such a long time. When is Royal Rumble's at the end of January, right?
What was that, John? I know that's your favorite pay-per-view. You have to know that.
Yeah, it's always around the last week of January every time.
It is
not
the
all.
29th of January.
They try to avoid the NFL stuff if they could.
Well, it's been on the 25th and the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Yeah, it seems like always. 29th.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Don't you question John in the Royal Rumble. That's his favorite
I
pay-per-view,
guess.
sir.
Yeah. How could I forget the quiz that you gave me before?
That is true. You know what I'm noticing for the first time since John's been doing these? Is that weight bench in the background, John. How often are you throwing down the iron on that weight bench?
What was that?
I said I noticed in the background you have a weight bench with a whole lot of iron on there.
Yep.
Are you pumping iron back there?
You're pumping iron. Mostly for Shane.
Whoa.
For his Caribbean playboy.
So you're working out for Shane? Does your girlfriend know this?
Thanks for
So
this, John.
anything about does Shane's wife know this? I'm assuming she doesn't.
What the hell is going on?
Apparently, y'all.
Your wife is someone that I like because she always enjoys you watching a fight.
Why did you open this can of worms, Darius? I don't know what is going on.
I didn't know he was working out for you.
Apparently, John wants to fight. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. We all missed the
good
Shane
God.
and John days whenever we were battling.
So, Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles. Let's bring it back to this match.
Why? It's not exciting as and we thought the Ellsworth Ambrose Styles triangle was going to get crazy. Not half as crazy as the John, Shane, and Shane's wife triangle. That'll be on the network following Raw tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Back to AJ Styles destroying Dean Ambrose, hopefully. Is Finn Balor on Raw?
Yep.
Yes.
I always cringe when I see someone go through the chair like that.
Full display here in this tables, ladders, and chairs match. AJ Styles looking for something.
Is anybody disappointed that the Young Bucks re-signed with ROH? Apparently not.
I've always wanted them to at least have a short run in the WWE. So in a way, I am. Well, it's their fault. TNA squandered many individuals.
And it would have been good because they would have given the Bullet Club some much needed help. Storyline-wise. Although I don't know if they could have 2 tag teams. I hear a massive chant, so I guess something awesome is about to happen.
Yeah, that was wow. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Ooh.
That looked like it hurt.
God dang. Because we just saw in the Kalisto match where they set up several chairs and had a bump on it, but that looked so much more vicious. Flipped them all around. You know, with Dean Ambrose's CZW background, you'd think this would really be his way to get innovative. And God dang. I'm surprised they haven't. WWE hasn't come in and wrapped a towel around that very odd spot to have a hole in the AJ's tights.
World champion. He's in his comfort zone right now. Yeah, whatever kind of crazy.
Oh.
Ow.
Dean Ambrose.
AJ
That
Styles
was
is
unique.
getting
I've never
destroyed.
seen that before. Somebody's feet is ahead.
Yeah, I was say.
Way to go.
And it's not me.
We finally got Shane on time, and Denham's going to go ahead and play it by the screen.
I think you're right.
Can't win.
I'm too.
Uh-oh. Wow, that was rough looking. Folded in half.
You got Ambrose buried right here. That's a perfect opportunity for AJ Styles to get a ladder and go claim that title. But
Man, they were putting on one vicious match.
I just noticed the hole in AJ's tights. That is a unfortunate placement there.
Yeah. I'm surprised they have doctors come in the moment a drop of blood happens. I'm surprised somebody hasn't wrapped them up with like an AJ shirt or something.
No.
Did he hit him? I hate that lunatic lariat. I wish Vince McMahon would outlaw it. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Dean Ambrose clearing some wreckage again, tables, ladders, and chairs.
What is he about to do?
But it's a ladder that is going to lead one of these superstars to the ultimate prize in sports entertainment, the WWE World Championship.
Is there a table on there? Oh, there it is. That does not look like a good spot.
Suicida.
This sounds addressing an elbow pad. Wall looking for the dirty deeds was Ambrose, but quickly countered by Styles.
Let's just mess up all 3 tables.
Yeah. You speed up again.
Are they not outside the ring for you?
No, they're not.
They are for me.
Why is my feed always so slow? I hate the right house.
I always have to click live every so often, and it'll jump ahead just a little bit. But
I tried that earlier this evening because I knew Shane would be spoiling the fun for me. Oh crap! Now I just paused it, so I'm gonna be further behind.
Yeah.
Hit live. Come on.
I can't.
Refresh something.
I'm watching it on freaking a Fire Stick, and it doesn't give me that immediate option. I probably have to get out and go back in or something.
Wow.
Don't you wow.
That was a big time elbow drop. Now is your time to go get the title, Dean.
No, it isn't, because he's still fighting on the outside with AJ Styles. Ooh. Yeah. Kevin, you sleeping? I guess so.
No.
I think there's going to be an elbow drop. I think I'm spoiled by the Attitude Era. None of this stuff looks like, even though you just jumped off a 20-foot ladder, it's like, oh, yep, seen something similar to that before. I've lost all my shock value.
The most memorable thing from this match might be Jay's pants. I'm looking at Twitter, and there's so many people talking about his hole and, you know, the other hole due to that hole.
Oh my
God.
There's a pretty cool. Randy Orton put a pretty cool picture of the Wyatts. It says for the family, but it's pretty bad.
The human body's not designed to go through that. That elbow right there, man, just won Dean Ambrose the WWE World Championship. I think that Dean Ambrose just has to and retrieve the WWE World Championship to become a two-time champion. Ambrose just inches away. But AJ Styles.
All right, time for that slow ascend, and then we punch at the top of the ladder.
Oh, just to bring it back. Apparently, Cam Newton was benched for a dress code violation.
Did he show his ass too?
It wouldn't surprise me with some of the stuff he wears.
The most important phenomenal form in his WWE career by AJ Styles. But after being driven through the announcer's table, how much is left in AJ Styles' fighting spirit that broke
I'm thinking the reason why we did not get Maryse interfering in that earlier ladder match is because we're gonna have, as we're predicting, AJ Ellsworth interfering here. I think many people are just sitting back waiting for Ellsworth to show up.
Yeah.
Only one of these guys is going to walk out of here champion. One of them is getting the edge right here. And whatever you have to put your body through, I promise you, it's worth it.
I almost feel like the whole pay-per-view is a little bit overkill. I think we're seeing a lot of like duplicated spots from like the chairs match and like the Ziggler Miz match. I think you'd be good with maybe 2 TLC matches on pay-per-view, and everything else can be just regular matches. I don't think everything has to be a gimmick. I think it's a little bit of overkill where you get to the main event, it's just you're kind of sick of it all. At least I am.
Yeah.
I think when I got on, I think that's what Darius were mentioning, something like that, weren't you?
Yeah. But which is a shame because I think they're putting on a pretty vicious match right now. It's just been too much. We've already seen a ladder match. We've already had the slow, dramatic climb up to the top. It's already, we've already been here tonight. It's hard to make things special if you've already seen. Isn't it kind of weird? Like you have every aspect of the TLC match, and then the TLC match. Like you said, gentlemen, it's certainly overkill. But to their credit, they have been able to implement some spots that we haven't seen tonight, or we really haven't seen at all, especially with the table and the chairs.
I'm just wondering about that memorable moment that we all enjoyed during TLC when 4 tables are talk to each other and then someone falls on to fall them.
Ooh, I don't know what you just said, John, but that
I like remember the TLC with the triple threat with the Hotties and the Dudleys. And then the question, remember the 4 tables would always be connected and someone would always fall into them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm always waiting for during these matches.
That was what, 16 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the last one probably was Undertaker, probably when he got it back.
No, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the TLC with the Dudleys, the Hardys, and PNC.
Yeah, that was WrestleMania 17.
Dang.
That was nice.
What was nice? Don't tell me what was nice. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
If it was a tables match, AJ would have won.
Well, I guess.
Why didn't Styles just climb up and get the title?
Oh my
going outside. Don't do it. God dang. Like he didn't break his freaking neck.
That was nice.
Wow. Dog. That was crazy. Well, I just said 20 minutes ago, I feel like I've been desensitized, but that was freaking ridiculous. That is crazy. I thought he was just going to do like a...
There it is.
Oh, man.
Waiting for...
What, the Mexican Santa?
No.
No?
The fish net stocking guy.
Some areas that's one and the same, but okay. Slowly making his way. What do you got, Owen? Why is everybody so far ahead of me? Why can't I have better internet service? What happened to his neck?
They beat him up on SmackDown.
I know what's going to be happening here, probably.
No, you don't, John. You think you know. You have no idea. This is the real story of James Ellsworth and his stockings.
Nice.
Yeah,
Manic
I think here it
scramble.
comes. Ambrose scrambles to save him. Yet there we go.
Time to climb the ladder, Dean.
Here it comes.
Guys, touch your mouths.
I'll try not to spoil anything for you, Darius.
Don't scream at Shane.
You need to start
Oh.
feeding fake spoilers. Like, the hell is Nakamura doing down there? And then he's just sitting there waiting for Nakamura to show up the whole time, and he never does.
Wait, Nakamura's coming?
Sure.
I thought it would be Joe. Can he do it?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thank you.
The slow, dramatic climb.
Thank you.
Somebody mute Shane. AJ Styles for the save.
Yeah.
Why did Dean Ambrose just go down a couple rungs?
Ah, I told you.
Oh, ouch.
I'll collect my money now.
Oh,
I still
no.
think they turned him. I still think they turned him far too late. I think he was much hotter a couple weeks ago. That the turn might have, been so shocking and probably just like a true holy crap moment. It still works here because Dean Ambrose is the fan favorite. But
He's still in shock.
Oh.
Ellsworth wants AJ to win because he knows that he can beat AJ. He's beaten him 3 times already. Ellsworth's just waiting for his title shot.
It makes sense to me. Book it. Royal Rumble. Screw it. Let's not wait. Book him on the Raw pay-per-view roadblock.
Who the hell has up the head?
Did him with the spoiler.
I hate always being right.
I hate that. Halfway up the ladder, you're going to reach for the title. You're a moron, AJ Styles. And Ellsworth is happy about it. Man, oh man.
Ultimate Championship, the thing that Dean Ambrose values the most in life. Ellsworth just cost him. It's deja vu all over again.
And I gotta ask this again. Does Ellsworth not have teeth?
He drinks everything through a straw. look at the SmackDown cheerleader, James Ellsworth, the mascot.
Watch your mouth. You contended for a world title, sir.
Mascot on Survivor Series. I'm not.
Listen.
The happiest man in Dallas.
He's on the same level as
10:43.
Well, I checked. My clock is not slow, so. Man,
Well,
oh man. Is the show over? Is there nothing else? No Undertaker? No
Nope.
no Samoa Joe? None of that good stuff lying ahead for me. I'm holding on.
Nope.
I'm seeing the Talking Smack logo. I'm guessing no Undertaker, no Samoa Joe. Overall, what do you think of the pay-per-view, and we'll call it a night?
I gotta go with what you guys said, that it was a bit of overkill in terms of the types of matches that we saw. You had some matches where the guys and the girls, they really went and gave it their all, and it was some hard hitting action. It's just we just saw a lot of similarity in terms of all these matches had no rules. It's like it was ECW Extreme Rules. Or something.
Knocking Dean Ambrose off of the ladder.
But the PG-13 version. John, thoughts of the pay-per-view?
I would agree. I would probably just give it a C, maybe. I mean, there was nothing that quite big and shocking. Like, I know that everything was going to be coming to an end. Maybe just not towards the Wyatt title. Everything else, whatever.
Denim, what are you expecting? What's the biggest thing that we should hope for going forward after tonight?
Well, I think that just with there's just too many damn pay-per-views right now, so it's hard to get up for one like this. It's not one of your big five. So I'm just kind of trying to get into one of the big five, get into the Royal Rumble, see where they're going with Corbin, Lesnar, and kind of see what the match is going to be right now. So, I mean, match quality was okay tonight. It was pretty decent, but I think that a lot of fans are kind of especially tonight. I think Styles Ambrose is kind of worn out its welcome. Ms. Ziggler could be over. So kind of looking forward to starting hopefully a new chapter and kind of getting an idea of where they're planning on heading towards WrestleMania.
Man, if you thought this pay-per-view was too many pay-per-views, this is a marquee one compared to Roadblock. That's going to happen in 2 weeks on the Raw side. So, which we will be having coverage for. So make sure you guys tune in. Also, make sure you tune in each and every Wednesday, 9 p.m. That will be our next show, and we'll catch up with you guys then. Thanks for joining us. You can follow us at Hit the Ropes on Twitter and Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight.
What a performance by all the women on the show. I am so proud of
Peace.
SmackDown Live women, the winners and the losers.
Later, guys.
It was an incredible night for everyone.
Well, how about we focus on one of the winners?
so proud of me, and I'm just so happy that